So if you want to judge the intelligence of a person, all you got to do is ask a couple simple questions. Like, do you use Google products? If they say yes, that's red flag number one. Ask them, do you use Google for a search engine? If they say yes, that right there is confirmation that you do not want any fucking thing to do with that fucking person. Because they are too stupid to interact with. And I want to show you why. Look at this shit. They have been lying and manipulating fucking everything for literally ever. And now they're using your Google profile to just making it up out of thin air. They're gonna, they just got caught making up false histories on people, making up criminal histories on like journalists and stuff. And I'm gonna show you a video here in a second that's gonna blow your mind if you ain't seen it. This right here is why you don't want anything to do with Google anything, because they are using this to manipulate fucking everything. This goes even beyond anything that I would have even comprehended. So get ready and check this out. Look this up for yourself and check it out. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that comes out. This new lawsuit that come out against them is going to blow the lid off this shit, and they're a completely untrustworthy bag of fucking shit. So when you hear Google, you want to think of liar, manipulator, fucking bag of shit. That right there is the words that you want to consider when you hear the word Google, because they are about as trustworthy as fucking Israel. Just a lying sack of fucking shit. Check this out. Google is the most pathetic fucking corporation on the planet. They are the enemy of fucking mankind, and they just got caught taking the information of users and spinning an entire universe, making up news articles and links to go to the news articles and stuff like that. So anybody who believes in Google anything, you shouldn't be walking the fuck around without a safety helmet on. To avoid hurting yourself or fucking others. Because you are apparently so fucking stupid that you shouldn't even be fucking walking around. You definitely, if you use Google, you need medication from Big Pharma. Check this shit out.
Where Google created fake articles, fake videos all around a whole universe, a whole world, to demonize this guy, who I'm not saying is important, but he's not that important. I know, because I've been through it. He's been chosen with this project to see what they can do to him. And it's this ethereal stuff where they put up fake headlines. Even when you follow the headline, it doesn't actually go to that, but people then subconsciously believe it. He's filed a big lawsuit. He's got all the proof in it. And when I read the lawsuit this morning, I saw it yesterday, but I didn't read it until this morning. It took me about an hour. I was like, oh, they did that to me. They did that to me. They did it to this person, that person. But this is the 2.0. If AI hacked and brought down the power, who do you prosecute? It's the same thing here. They just go, Google has been saying for 2 years that all the founding fathers were black. And nothing against black people. They just programmed it so everybody's black. All the Vikings are black. This is lying on purpose. And they're creating a whole fake system where somebody's a rapist and is a convicted criminal when they're not, as a beta test to see if they can do that to other people. And now he's filed a lawsuit against them. So this is a big, big deal. Same thing with me. They ran, when I say tens of thousands of articles, because it doesn't even sound real, when they started these attacks on me, 2016, 17, 18, 19, sometimes I'd turn on the TV and go through all the news channels. I'd be on every channel. One time, like 6 or 7 in a row, because it's the same programming that the CIA and the globals put out. I'd get Google alerts, 33,000 articles on the biggest days, usually 5,000. Now, AP would be published in tens of thousands of publications, the same article, so that's why I've said that. But every local station, every local newspaper, the newspaper every day, I'm urinating on graves, I'm sending people to be mean to people's houses, they're running fundraising off of it for their gun control groups, raising $300 million at least. And like even Ron Paul's like, well, I'll come on, but stop talking about Sandy Hook. I hadn't talked about it for years. They made that who I was. Like Trump saying the KKK are very fine people. Said the opposite. They're not fine people. They're bad people. So, but they did that just through the corporate press and the search engines and, PBS, CNN, ABC News every night for years. You saw it. It was like, what is this? It was an AI test of the precursor of this. With a subliminal, ethereal programming. Type those terms in. Those are all terms. I'm not just using words here that I just made up myself. So This is their model of control, where they can create a whole fake world. The Washington Post had an article last week like, oh, Trump's putting out fake videos. And then you see the videos, they're obviously jokes. No one thinks they're real. They're the ones, though, that edit videos of Reagan saying he's not for tariffs, and he said the opposite in the video. So you can edit a real video to be deceptive, or you can create a totally fake video, or you just say someone said something they never said. But with AI, you can create whole fake universes of articles, videos, everything, and then link to it as a test, just like Google got caught this year editing people's videos and augmenting them without telling them. They're just doing it. And it's criminal. And so they've chosen this guy, Robbie Starbuck, to test it on him. So let's go to this report. And I had a lot of news I didn't get to, but that's okay. I'll cover it tomorrow. Lord willing, I'm here. 4 to 8 p.m. from the InfoWars studios, Infowars.com/show, Band.video, Rumble, the Alex Jones channel, Real Alex Jones on X. But this is all amazing information we've covered today. So powerful. It's just over the top. But I'm gonna shut this down now. Here's the report. This is so important. This is the future of AI tyranny. Please don't enter legal defense. Defend AlexJones.com. The shopping cart, the very best methylene blue, and so much more. RealAlexJones.com. Thank you so much, and great job to the crew. But here's the next level of AI tyranny. Tomorrow's news today.
This I thought was, there's been no time to vet this, but there are indications that this is exactly what Robbie Starbuck says it is. So let's just read the tweet.
Oh, wow.
He says, huge news. I am suing Google today. What you're about to see is insane. Since 2023, Google AI, Bard, Gemini, and Gemma have been defaming me with fake criminal allegations, including sexual assault, child rape, abuse, fraud, stalking, drug charges, and even saying I was in Epstein's flight logs.
My God.
It's all 100% fake, all generated by Google's AI. I have zero criminal record or allegations. So why did Google do it? Google's AI says that I was targeted because of my political views. Even worse, Google execs knew for 2 years that this was happening because I told them, and my lawyers sent cease and desist letters multiple times. This morning, my team at D
Hill Law.
Yeah, and D Hill and Law. Hold on, it's Harmeet Dillon.
Yeah.
Filed my lawsuit against Google, and now I'm going public with all the receipts because this can't ever happen to anyone else. Google's AI didn't just lie, it built fake worlds to make its lies look real. Fake victims, fake therapy records, fake court records, fake police records, fake relationships, fake news stories. It even fabricated statements denouncing me from President Trump, Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance over sexual assaults that Google completely invented. One of the most dystopian things I've ever seen is how dedicated their AI was to doubling down on the lies. Google's AI routinely cited fake stories by creating fake links to real media outlets and shows, complete with fake headlines so readers would trust the information. It would continue to do this even if you called the AI out for lying or sending fake links. In short, it was creating fake legacy media reports as a way to launder trust with users so they would believe elaborate lies that it told. Some of the news outlets and people that Google's AI impersonated are listed below. Google's AI cited them all as either reporting on these fabricated allegations and crimes or cited them as having denounced me for sexual assault. Okay, then there's a long list of people. As a rule, AI must never harm humans. It must never defame or manipulate, no matter your politics. Bias in AI is a very, very serious issue. If we don't fix this now, we're in big trouble. This can destroy lives, reputations, and livelihoods. If we don't win this fight, then you no longer control your reputation because AI will define who you are to the rest of the world. You better hope it likes you. All right, so that's enough of this tweet. This story, which I take to be what Robbie Starbuck says it is, Harmeet Dillon wouldn't be signed on to fight on his behalf if this were in any way not what he represents.
Yeah, no, and he doesn't, I don't know the man personally, but he's not prone to hyperbole.
Yeah. So anyway, I would take this at face value. What a terrifying story. And imagine the future. At the moment, this is still early in the AI era, and the AI is not spectacularly good at any of these things. And there are courts, but the degree to which AI is going to shape our viewpoint on everything and have the ability to wreck people. And so, as bad as it is to imagine a future of centralized bank digital currencies and social credit scores, this takes it to the next level. The idea that, it's not even that you behave in a way that displeases people and they unperson you. They can pretend that you behaved in a way that justifies your unpersoning, and how are you ever going to prove that you didn't do it?
Yeah.
And, again, this is the dawning of this AI era. This is the only moment at which we get to have this conversation, because it's visible and because maybe there's a court in which we can adjudicate these things. But I was stunned, actually. I was looking at this, trying to understand it. And I happened to look into the replies, and there's something equally troubling there. Jen, do you want to show the reply to that? Okay, so go back up so I can see who the is. It's X Marianne M, who says you can add this one to your collection for Charlie, and then shows an AI overview reporting Charlie Kirk took his own life after a series of public statements expressing his belief that the American dream was out of reach for young people and that political violence was a threat to democracy. Kirk, the 31-year-old co-founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative organization, was killed by a gunshot at an event in Utah University. So I assume that that's just a hallucination of the AI, or a fantasy, or whatever it is. But, as I said at the very beginning, right after the emergence of this credible AI, I said, look, this is a new species. You don't know what it is. And this is chilling, right? I mean, in the case of Charlie Kirk, the AI is not going to convince us all that that was a suicide. But, imagine a world 3 years down the road where you literally can't look at a video and know whether the event happened. In fact, it will be undetectable at some point very soon. And the point is, you will be scratching your head. Well, what actually happened to that person, right? You'd be able to flat out murder somebody and then AI it into a suicide. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? It's going to make the landscape for those who wish to abuse their power that much more amenable. And for those of us who wish to see a uniform set of explicit rules that we all abide by, we are going to be at a massive disadvantage.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's really something else.
So I hope everybody understands what Google is up to. They're going to take profiles like yours and mine where they don't like your opinion and make up shit and try to have criminal charges filed against you. That is what's called a fucking Jew trick. And that's what Google is all about. So if you use Google, you're an idiot. Over and out.
You're all I know. Worthless. Can't embarrass yourself.